Matt here, and welcome back to the channel. So today I'll be discussing whether you should buy a new or a used Tesla. So if you've been doing some reading online recently, you know that the demand for Teslas is extremely hot. For example, all Model Ys and 3s for the rest of Q3 are sold out. Just put that in perspective. When I'm filming this video, it's the 16th. So we're 16th of July. We're 16 days into Q3, and Model Ys are already sold out. A lot of it's just the demand for Teslas right now, especially as we see rises in gas prices. People are more and more wanting to convert to electric vehicles because simply it's cheaper. But there's also, with the chip shortage going on, that's also another reason that we've seen just a slight delay in the automobile industry as a whole. But the big point I'm trying to get across is if you want to place an order for a Tesla, you're just going to have to be patient, unfortunately. You're going to have to wait. Me, for example, I ordered a Model Y back in June, middle of June, and I was quoted anywhere from 4 to 8 weeks, which I live on the East Coast here in South Carolina, so honestly, I was expecting definitely more along the 8-week line. I checked my projected delivery date on my account, and it says anywhere from mid to end August, which is exactly what I expected, especially for someone here on the East Coast. So, but don't be like me though. I check my account literally every single day just to see if my delivery dates change. It's such a headache and it's such a burden and stressful. Just don't be like me. I'm weak and I still check it every day. Damn it. But overall, yep, just gonna have to wait. Next thing I'm gonna be talking about is the used Tesla market. First part I'll cover is Teslas that are on Tesla's website, used cars. First one example is there's one for sale, a Model 3 for sale in Charlotte, which is the closest dealership to me. It is a 2019 long-range all-wheel drive, black, 19-inch wheels, black interior with full self-driving. They're currently selling that car for $62,800. I immediately looked at that and like the gears started to turn. So I went to the Model 3 configurator and I built the exact same car myself. So a 2021 Model 3 long range all-wheel drive, black, 19-inch wheels with full self-driving. That car was $61,490. So I can buy a brand new Model 3, have to wait probably anywhere from like 11 to 17 weeks, but get a brand new one that doesn't have 20,000 miles, or I think this one has 16, for $61,490, or I can get a used Model 3, 2-year-old Model 3 today for $62,800. I think that's crazy in my opinion. But if you're one of those, if you don't want to wait, go for it. That's really all I can say. Sorry, I'm trying to do this without the air conditioning on, but it's 85 degrees here in South Carolina and I am sweating. So sorry for the air conditioning noise in the background. The used car market in terms of Teslas is also crazy. Even some various online websites, like another example. So we'll take my car. This is a 2018 Model 3 long-range rear-wheel drive, which they don't even make anymore. The only upgrade features it has is enhanced autopilot, and it's red. That's it. It has 42,000 miles on it. When I bought it back in 2018 with the tax credit, I paid a little over 50 grand for it. Just recently, when I say recently, earlier in the year, so around the February time frame, I went on Vroom and Carvana and some of those, and I was just kind of curious like what they would give me for my car. And they quoted me around $33,000, which not great, but excuse me, also not terrible. And as I've been reading articles about the inflated Tesla market, just about a couple weeks ago, I decided to give it another try, see what Vroom and Carvana and all them will give me. Guess how much they offered me? $42,650 right now for my Model 3. That is almost a $10,000 jump in the span of only like 4 or 5 months. That's crazy, which that's great for me as a seller, but for you as a buyer, like just the way the market is for used Teslas, that's just how it is. It's insane right now. Like people are counting on that you're going to pay that extra money to get a Tesla today versus having to wait a few months, which yeah, I'm in the same boat that you are, even with me having a Model Y. Like even I daily drive my Model 3, and I'm still like anxious, and I can't wait to get that Model Y. So I can understand why people are just impatient. It happens. But even then, other used markets as well, whether it be like eBay Motors, places like that, Cars.com. So the most inflation I've seen so far is the Model X market. So believe it or not, before I considered getting a Model Y, a while back, or same time around February, I actually wanted a Model X. Not brand new, of course, because I didn't want to dish out almost 6 figures for a Model X, but I was looking around for something that was similar range to my Model 3, and the Model X 100D caught my eye just because it just has the similar range and some of the features that I liked. And they're depending on the mileage and some of the features, they were going for anywhere from $45,000 to $55,000, which, like, all right, not bad. That's still, I thought that was a little high, but oh boy, what was I wrong. If you were to try to find a Model X 100D today with decent mileage and features, you're going to be paying over $75,000 for that same car that you could have bought earlier in the year for around the $45,000 to $55,000 mark. I said that's nuts, but that's the Tesla demand. That's what it is right now. But I would say buy a brand new Model X, but after seeing a $95,000 sticker price on a brand new Model X, it's nuts right now. It's crazy. But the craziest thing that I saw online right now is the other category, which we'll get into, is the private party used car market, which some of these people, I classify them as scalpers. For how much these people are selling their vehicles for is the most insane thing I've ever seen. I have a couple examples written in my talking points here of people just absolutely taking advantage of the Tesla used car market. So the first one is, so somebody bought a brand new 2022 Model S refresh, and they had it on their for sale for $130K. And when I first looked, I'm like, ooh, $130,000. That's a solid deal, you know, for a Plaid Model S. Like, that's exactly what you paid for it. But then when I look a little bit closer at the details, I look at the pictures, I'm looking for that Plaid badge on the back, and turns out it is a long-range Model S, not a Plaid, which up until recently, of course, those used to retail for just under $80,000, but they just increased them $5,000. But so this, like, you're telling me that you bought your car for $80,000 and you're immediately trying to throw it on the market for over $130,000. Car literally had no miles on it. I think the person literally was delivered to their house and they haven't driven it since. But really, like a $50,000 markup? Nuts. I would not pay that. I'm sure they were hoping that somebody would, but I don't see it happening. Craziest thing is that is not the worst example I've seen. The next one will absolutely blow your mind. So I belong to a few Facebook groups for people that can sell their Teslas online without having to go through the hassle of maybe getting gypped by a dealership. But in this example, somebody is selling a car exactly like mine. It's a 2018 red Model 3 long-range rear-wheel drive with enhanced autopilot. And, you know, for me getting a little over $42,600 for my car, okay, that's decent. Guess how much this person was selling their car for? $75,000. And like, actually I had to take a double take. Like, I looked at it, I was like, no way, 75 grand. I was like, maybe just maybe it was a typo, maybe meant $45,000, which that's reasonable. I'd bite off on that one. But so I'm scrounging this listing, and the first thing I see, which bless their heart, the Facebook community, I love it. I see a lot of like laughing emoji reactions to this post, which I already know. The second I see that, I know the car is absolutely inflated. It's funny. I always compare that to like the Gladiator, where I see Joaquin Phoenix deciding if Maximus should like live or like die or whatever. But the second I saw that, I'm like, nope, dead. But when I looked at the comments too for the same car, people were wondering like, hey, like, what's your justification? Why are you selling it so high? And he goes, well, it's it has enhanced autopilot, which is rare. You can't even find that anymore. And also, mine's a long-range rear-wheel drive, which they don't even make that car anymore, so it's kind of a collector. And I'm sorry, dude, no. There's no way in hell that justifies you selling your car for $35,000 more than what the market is projecting right now, just because your car is a collector. Yeah, so if you are in the market for a used Tesla, there is a couple bits of advice that I would like to offer you. First tip is, one, just do your homework. Even though Tesla only makes the sexy lineup right now, there are so many different variants of each model that I don't want you to get screwed. So for example, there's the Model Y standard range, and then you have the Model Y long range. Some people will just kind of overlook the fact that it's a standard range, because I've seen people that are selling their standard range Model Ys that they bought for 40 grand, and they're trying to sell it for over $55,000 right now. So just do your homework. If you do come across a post, like I said, just look at the pictures, make sure the car is everything that they're claiming it to be. I've seen a couple of times where people are, you know, like selling their Model X, like, oh, this is a Model X 100D or whatever, which technically, yes, that's what it is. But then they'll post like pictures of a P100D, because I know that was a popular thing for a while. People would basically put P100D badges on their 100Ds. I don't know why you would do that, but just make sure that the car that you're buying is the car that you're paying for. And also, in terms of looking at the pictures, if you're buying the car sight unseen, aka you're not driving it or it's in a different state, if they haven't included pictures of the center screen in terms of what type of car it is and what some of the features, I'll include an example. I'll use mine. I'll include it here right now, but make sure, like, if the car has enhanced autopilot or has full self-driving, that it actually says that in the description on the pictures. I've seen way too many times where people are advertising their car is like, they'll kind of word it weird, but it'll be like, oh, it's full self-driving capable, which, oh, cool, it must have full driving. It's full self-driving. No, it doesn't. Just what they mean by that is that the car has the full self-driving computer, which any car built after, I think it's 2020 has a full self-driving computer, aka it can see stoplights, stop signs, or it recognizes them, and you can actually utilize the full self-driving when it's available. But yeah, so just don't get caught up in that. So other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. So yeah, sorry I haven't posted a video in a while. Said mom actually passed away a few weeks ago, so I've been kind of dealing with that. But now that things are starting to pick back up a little bit better, I'm actually felt like actually doing some videos. I keep recording. If you enjoyed the video and actually learned something, please give it a thumbs up. If you like the content that I'm providing overall, please subscribe to the channel. If you have any feedback for me on what I can do better, leave it in the comments below. It's not going to hurt my feelings at all. I'm pretty new to this. All 19 subscribers out there that I'm recording video, thank you so much. But overall, that's all I got. See ya.